Seniors, what if you could add one simple ingredient to your morning coffee to strengthen your legs and fight the creeping weakness of sarcopenia? Today, I'll show you a natural, science-backed way to turn your daily ritual into a powerful tool for rebuilding muscle. You know the feeling. It's the hesitation before taking the stairs or the extra effort it takes to get out of a comfortable chair. We're often told this loss of strength is just a normal part of aging. You try eating more protein, you try to exercise, but the results are disappointingly small, and the fear of losing your independence grows. But what if this isn't just about age? What if the real problem is a specific signal in your body that has grown quiet, and the key to turning it back on is already in your kitchen? This isn't a drug with a long list of side effects, it's a fundamental building block of life that can awaken your muscles. And stick with me to the end because I'll also reveal the one common vitamin deficiency that can sabotage all your efforts, a critical piece of the puzzle you can't afford to miss.
Now, before we go any further into the how, we must start with the most important step of all: safety. My first and most critical piece of advice is this: always talk to your primary care doctor before starting any new supplement. Your health history is unique, and what is safe and beneficial for one person may not be right for you. Think of it like this: you wouldn't put a high-performance fuel additive into your car's engine without knowing if the engine, the fuel lines, and the filter are all in good working order. Your body is a far more complex and precious engine. A concentrated supplement like Leucine is a powerful tool, but we must first ensure your body's systems are prepared for it. This is especially critical if you have certain health conditions. First, let's talk about kidney health. Your kidneys are your body's master filtration system. When you consume protein or amino acids, your body creates waste products, like urea, that your kidneys are responsible for filtering out of your blood. If you have any level of chronic kidney disease, or CKD, your kidney's ability to filter this waste is already reduced. Adding a concentrated source of a single amino acid like L-leucine directly increases this nitrogen workload that your kidneys must handle. Even if short-term studies don't show immediate harm, the long-term concern is that this added stress could accelerate the decline in kidney function. For this reason, if you have any history of kidney problems, getting a green light from your nephrologist is not just a suggestion, it is an absolute necessity. Second, we must consider your liver health. The liver is the body's central processing plant for almost everything you consume, and it plays a vital role in metabolizing proteins and amino acids. A key function of a healthy liver is to detoxify ammonia, a toxic byproduct of amino acid metabolism. In conditions like non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or NAFLD, or cirrhosis, this ability is compromised. Taking an amino acid supplement could potentially increase the total ammonia load on your body, which is a significant concern. Therefore, anyone with a known liver condition must treat this as a medical decision and consult their doctor first. Finally, amino acids can interact with prescription medications. This is not a vague possibility, it's a direct, well-documented reality. For example, for those with Parkinson's disease, L-leucine competes with the common medication levodopa for absorption into the body and brain. They use the same doorways, and taking them together can make the levodopa less effective, potentially worsening motor control. For some individuals with type 2 diabetes, combining L-leucine with certain medications like GLP-1 agonists presents a significant risk of severe hypoglycemia, or dangerously low blood sugar. Your doctor and pharmacist are the experts who can review your specific medications to ensure there are no harmful conflicts. If you believe that this safety-first, responsible approach is the best kind of health advice, please take a moment to press the like button below. When you do, you tell YouTube that you value trustworthy information, and it will help more people in our community find this video.
Now, many of you have told me, "Doctor, I'm eating more chicken, I'm trying to walk more, but I just don't feel any stronger." You're not imagining it. Many people think the solution to weakness is simply to eat more protein or exercise more, but they try that and see little change. Here's the real reason why. I want you to think of your body as a construction site, where the project is to constantly repair and build your muscles. The protein you eat from meat, fish, eggs, and beans, those are the bricks for the job. Physical exercise, whether it's a brisk walk or carrying groceries, is the signal you send to the workers, telling them, "Hey, we need to reinforce this muscle wall over here." When we're younger, this system works perfectly. The bricks arrive, the signal is sent, and the muscles get built. But as we get older, especially after the age of 60, our bodies develop a phenomenon called anabolic resistance. Let's go back to our construction site analogy. Imagine the foreman who gives the orders to the workers has become a bit hard of hearing. He's still a good foreman, but he can't hear the instructions as clearly as he used to. This is the very essence of anabolic resistance. You're still delivering the bricks by eating a healthy diet. You're still sending the signal when you exercise, but your body's cellular signaling system, the foreman, isn't hearing the command to build as clearly. The result is that your body becomes much less efficient at responding to the signals to build muscle. The process of using protein to repair and grow muscle tissue, which scientists call muscle protein synthesis, slows right down. So even if you increase your protein intake or make sure to exercise, the results are frustratingly slow or even non-existent. The bricks are there, but the order to build isn't getting through effectively. This tips your body's balance towards a catabolic state, meaning muscle starts to break down more easily than it builds up. And that's precisely why the weakness sets in. The central issue, therefore, isn't just about providing more bricks. It's about finding a way to shout the order to that deaf foreman, to find a signal so powerful and so clear that he has no choice but to wake up and get his crews working again.
So, how do we get that foreman's attention? We don't just need more bricks. We need a loud, clear signal. That powerful signal, the shout that wakes up your muscle-building system, is a specific and essential amino acid called Leucine. Now, while other amino acids are primarily the bricks for construction, leucine has a special dual role. Yes, it's a brick, but its most important function is that of a signaler. Think of it like this. If your muscle is an engine, leucine is the key that turns the ignition to start it. It is the most potent trigger for muscle protein synthesis, acting as the master switch for building muscle. But here's the crucial part. Because of that age-related anabolic resistance we just discussed, you can't just turn the key a little bit. You have to turn it decisively to get that engine to roar to life. Scientific research has shown us exactly what this means. To overcome anabolic resistance in older adults, we need to consume a specific amount of leucine all at once. This is called the leucine threshold, and the target number is between 2.5 to 3.0 grams of leucine per meal. Hitting that threshold is what shouts loud enough for the foreman to hear and forces your body into that muscle-building state that otherwise becomes so difficult to achieve. Here at The Simple Health, my philosophy is always food first. Before we even consider a supplement, let's look at how you can hit this muscle-building target with simple, delicious, everyday foods. Getting enough leucine from your diet is absolutely possible with a little planning. Let's look at some excellent food sources that can help you reach that 2.5 gram leucine goal in a single meal. As a general rule, animal-based proteins found in dairy, eggs, and lean meats are among the most concentrated sources of leucine. For example, a standard 4-ounce serving of cooked chicken breast or lean ground beef will provide you with about 2.5 grams of leucine, hitting our target perfectly.
If you enjoy fish, a 5-ounce salmon fillet also delivers right around 2.5 grams. For plant-based eaters, an excellent choice is firm tofu. About 1 cup or 8 ounces of firm tofu contains approximately 2.5 grams of leucine. And for breakfast, one of my personal favorites is a cup of plain Greek yogurt, which provides about 2.2 grams of leucine, getting you very close to that threshold right at the start of your day. Other foods can be combined to reach the goal. A cup of 2% cottage cheese has about 1.9 grams of leucine. A cup of cooked lentils has about 1.3 grams. 2 large eggs will give you about 1.2 grams. So you can see how you could combine these to build a powerful meal. For instance, having a couple of eggs alongside a smaller serving of Greek yogurt would easily push you over that 2.5 gram mark. The goal is to structure your day to include at least 2 meals that meet this anabolic threshold. This strategy, distributing your protein intake more evenly across your meals, is far more effective for building and maintaining muscle than the common pattern of a low-protein breakfast, a light lunch, and one single massive protein-heavy meal at dinner. Now, I'd love for us to build a community of ideas right here. In the comments below, please share your favorite high-protein breakfast or lunch. Your simple meal idea might be the perfect inspiration for someone else watching today who is looking for new and tasty ways to get stronger.
Of course, I know that for many of us, especially on busy days or when appetite is low, hitting that 2.5 to 3 gram leucine target with whole foods at every single meal can be a challenge. This is where a pure L-leucine supplement can become a powerful and convenient tool. I don't see it as a replacement for good food, but as a guarantee. It's a way to ensure you are decisively flipping that muscle-building switch on every single day. And your morning cup of coffee happens to be the perfect partner for this job for 3 main reasons. The first reason is all about timing and creating a fasting window of opportunity. When you wake up in the morning, your body has been fasting for several hours. Your digestive system is essentially an empty, open highway. When you consume leucine as part of an intact protein, like a piece of chicken, it must be broken down and digested slowly. But when you take pure, free-form L-leucine powder in your coffee, it doesn't have to compete with any other nutrients from a big meal. It gets a VIP pass. This allows for incredibly rapid absorption directly from your intestine into your bloodstream. This quick action creates the sharp, high-amplitude peak of leucine in your blood that is necessary to overcome anabolic resistance and shock that deaf foreman, your cellular signaling system, into action. The second reason is the amplifying effect of the caffeine in your coffee. Caffeine is more than just a mental stimulant. It has physiological effects that perfectly complement leucine's mission. Caffeine is a known vasodilator, meaning it can help to temporarily increase blood flow. Let's go back to our analogy. If leucine is the important messenger carrying the order to build muscle, then caffeine helps to widen the roads, your blood vessels, allowing that messenger to get to its destination, your muscle cells, faster and more efficiently. Leucine provides the powerful order, and caffeine helps ensure the order is delivered with maximum speed. The third reason is perhaps the most practical of all, the power of habit. The best health strategy in the world is absolutely useless if you don't stick with it. How many times have we bought a bottle of vitamins with the best intentions only to have it sit in the cupboard, forgotten after a week? Morning coffee is already a deeply ingrained habit for most of us. By anchoring this new protocol to an existing ritual, the likelihood of adherence and consistency increases exponentially. It's not something new you have to remember to do. It's a simple, 10-second improvement to a habit you already practice every day. It's simple, effective, and sustainable. And of course, I know not everyone drinks coffee,
and that is perfectly fine. You can get the exact same benefit by mixing the Leucine powder in a glass of warm water. If you like, you can add a squeeze of lemon or a splash of unsweetened cranberry juice to it. A cup of herbal tea also works wonderfully. The most important key is to have it in a simple, protein-free, and ideally zero-calorie drink on that empty stomach to take full advantage of the open highway in your digestive system.
All right, let's put all of this science into a simple step-by-step action plan you can start tomorrow morning to rebuild your strength. The first and most critical step is to choose your supplement wisely. You are looking for a product that is 100% pure Leucine powder. I recommend avoiding BCAA blends, which mix leucine with other amino acids because they often don't provide a high enough dose of leucine to hit our target without you having to take an excessive amount of powder. Now, this next point is absolutely non-negotiable for your safety. In the United States, the supplement market operates under a post-market regulatory system, which means products can be sold without prior FDA approval for purity or safety. This has unfortunately led to a buyer beware market, where studies have found some supplements to be contaminated with everything from heavy metals like lead to dangerous undeclared pharmaceutical drugs. To protect yourself, you must look for a third-party testing seal on the bottle from a respected independent organization like NSF International or USP, United States Pharmacopeia. This seal is your only independent guarantee that the product is pure, that it actually contains what the label claims, and that it's free from a long list of harmful contaminants. Once you have your quality-tested product, the morning ritual itself is incredibly simple. Step 1. Wake up and hydrate. Before your coffee, drink a large glass of water to rehydrate your body after a long night. Step 2. Measure your dose. Using a small kitchen scale for accuracy, measure out 2.5 to 3 grams of the Leucine powder. Step 3. Mix and drink. Add the powder directly to your hot coffee or warm water, stir it well for about 20 seconds until it dissolves, and drink it within the first hour of your day to get the full benefit of your fasted state. A quick tip on taste: pure leucine can be a bit bitter. The strong flavor of coffee usually masks it well, but if you're using water, a splash of unsweetened cranberry juice can help a lot. But it is so important to understand that this morning leucine ritual is just one part of a much bigger picture. The leucine is the key that starts the engine, but you still need a well-maintained car and plenty of fuel in the tank for the whole journey. This means you must also focus on 3 other foundational pillars of muscle health. First is your total daily protein intake. That morning dose of leucine kickstarts the muscle-building process, but your body needs a steady supply of all the other amino acid bricks throughout the day to do the actual construction. A strong consensus from leading international geriatric and nutritional organizations has established that older adults have higher protein needs. For most healthy adults over the age of 65, I recommend aiming for a daily protein intake of 1.0 to 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight. This is significantly higher than the outdated general recommendation and is essential for providing the resources your body needs to fight sarcopenia. Second is the crucial piece of the puzzle I promised you at the beginning. You can be doing everything right with your protein, but if you are deficient in vitamin D, you will be fighting a losing battle. Vitamin D is not just for your bones, it is a critical hormone for your muscles. Think of it as the electrical system for the construction site. Without it, the foreman can't even power up his tools. Vitamin D deficiency is directly linked to muscle weakness, an increased risk of falls, and the selective wasting of your fast-twitch muscle fibers, the very fibers you need for quick movements to prevent a fall. The problem is, deficiency is incredibly common in older adults, partly because our skin becomes less efficient at making it from sunlight and our muscles can become less sensitive to it. Please ask your doctor to check your vitamin D level with a simple blood test. It could uncover a major roadblock to you getting stronger.
And third, never forget the simplest foundation of all: hydration. Your muscles are about 75% water. Staying well hydrated is absolutely critical for them to contract properly and get the nutrients they need to repair and grow. If this complete step-by-step plan that combines a simple daily action with these foundational health principles is the kind of clear advice you've been looking for, I invite you to subscribe to The Simple Health. My only mission is to give you actionable, science-backed information every week to help you feel your best.
The weakness you may feel in your legs is not a life sentence, and it's not something you simply have to learn to live with. It is the result of a biological process called anabolic resistance, which you now understand. More importantly, you now have a simple, science-backed, and powerful tool to combat it. By starting your day with the right signal, you are giving your body the command it needs to be strong again. You are taking back control over your health, your strength, and your independence. I want to sincerely thank you for investing this time in yourself today. I look forward to sharing more simple health solutions with you in the next video. And as always, please remember to drink plenty of water throughout your day. It is the simplest and most essential thing you can do for your health, no matter what your condition.